Welcome to Module 3 of the Designing Out Waste tool for Buildings video tutorials. This module explains how to assess the impact of design solutions using the tool. These tutorials demonstrate how to use the Designing Out Waste tool for buildings from registration through to final reporting. Module 1 introduces the tool and explains a little about designing out waste, the tool's data inputs and outputs, and how to set up a user account. Module 2 explains how to use the tool to generate an indicative waste forecast and how to use that forecast to design out waste. Module 3 then explains how to use the tool to assess the impact of design solutions and how to add a waste forecast and waste prevention actions to the project site waste management plan. This module explains how to add design solutions to the tool and how to calculate the impact of design solutions. It also explains how to generate a report and how to add a waste forecast and waste prevention actions to the site waste management plan. We'll then finish with a summary of the topics we've covered. As explained in Modules 1 and 2, there is a workbook for the tool that you can download from the RAP website. The workbook takes you through a series of tasks. If you wish, you can print the workbook and work along with these video tutorials, pausing when you come to the relevant task. I will indicate an appropriate time to pause for each task with this symbol. Module 1 explained the process of using the tool and covers the first step of registering or logging onto the tool. Module 2 explains how to add a new project, including entering project details and editing the specification, and how to generate a performance report. This module, Module 3, will cover the final steps in the process, including recording actions and impacts and generating reports. Module 2 left off on the performance screen. You can see from the breadcrumbs that we've moved one step on to the Solutions and Impact screen. This screen is where you enter design solutions and calculate the impact on waste and project cost. At the top of this screen is a log that provides updated results including materials consumed and materials wasted. The log records the number of design solutions and impacts that have been entered for each building element. The log also tells you when each element was last modified. This project has one solution recorded for the external walls and one impact. Below the log is the area where you enter design solutions. To enter solutions, you need to first select the relevant element and principle. You can see that substructure is the selected element here, and design for reuse and recovery is the selected principle. These principles align with RAP's design team guide. To the left is a graph that provides performance results relevant to the selected element and principle. For example, you can see here that the material consumed is concrete. This suggests we have an opportunity to reduce the impact on this design by reducing the quantity of concrete. If we change the principle to Design for Material Optimization, we see the graph change to show waste arisings. Again, we see the material consumed is concrete, and here we can see the clear potential to reduce waste from a standard practice to a good practice level. Let's assume the design team for this project have decided to use reclaimed bricks to create a feature wall at the building's entrance. First, I need to select the element. And then I need to select the design principle. Now I can click on Add Solution. To add a solution, I need to select an area of opportunity from this list. These opportunities all relate to design for reuse and recovery. I'll select to use reclaimed materials from off-site sources. Now I can add a description of my solution. If I wanted to add more than one solution to this building element and principle, I could select Save and add another. I don't want to add another, so I'm going to press Save. And now you can see that our solution has been added to the table. You can also see here that the number of solutions against external walls in the log has increased from 1 to 2. Now I can assess the impact of my solution. The table here tells us that the external walls consume 212 tonnes of material. This field asks if I would like to use reclaimed or reused materials to offset the new materials. I know I'm using 30 tonnes of reclaimed brick, so I'll add 30 tonnes here. I also know that the source of material is off-site and that the type of material is demolition. When I press Save, you'll see the impacts added here. These results are cumulative for the project as a whole, so as I add more solutions, these figures should increase. So far, I have saved 51 tonnes of material at a cost of £9,593. I've also saved 80 tonnes of embodied carbon through avoided extraction of materials. The impacts you enter relate to the principle you select. For example, if I were to select Design for Material Optimization, instead of being asked to enter the quantity of reclaimed materials, I'm asked to indicate by what amount I would like to reduce the quantity of materials required. I can also enter a proposed wastage rate. Previously, I've entered 10% to reflect good practice. This relates to my previously entered action to design openings to match brick courses in order to reduce the need to cut bricks on site. So that's how to enter design solutions against a building element and assess the impact of design solutions on the project as a whole. The next and final step is to generate a report showing an indicative waste forecast and listing waste prevention actions and their impacts. This information can then be added to the project site waste management plan. Let's go to the final screen, which is reporting. From here, you can download a performance report, use this project as a template for a new, like doing a save as, or choose to compare this project with others. You can select to include Outputs for Site Waste Management Plan template in the performance report. This provides a waste forecast and list of waste prevention actions and impacts that are in the same format as WRAP's Site Waste Management Plan template. The results can simply be cut and pasted into WRAP's template. If you're not using WRAP's Site Waste Management Plan template, you may need to print this report and transfer the results manually. The spreadsheet includes a number of tabs. Our waste prevention actions are in the Design Stage Actions tab. Here, actions are grouped at the building element level. This is because it can be difficult to separate the impact of actions on an element. Design solutions often work together to reduce material consumption or wastage. The spreadsheet adds your name as a default action owner and lists this report as a reference document. The estimated cost and saving and waste reduced columns are populated by the tool. Once this has been cut and pasted into WRAP's Site Waste Management Plan template, you can select the waste stream and material type. The instructions here explain where to paste this information into the Site Waste Management Plan template. Let's now go to the Site Waste Management Plan Waste Forecast tab. Again, this sheet provides instructions on pasting this information into WRAP's Site Waste Management Plan template. The forecast includes the activity, waste stream, material type, forecast tonnes of waste, and your name as the person who generated the waste forecast. Once this is posted into the Site Waste Management Plan template, the template will automatically add the volume of waste and the list of waste codes. And that brings us to the end of Module 3. In this module we have covered how to add design solutions to the tool, how to calculate the impacts of design solutions, how to generate a report, and how to add a waste forecast and waste prevention actions to the Site Waste Management Plan. And that concludes the video tutorials on the Designing Out Waste tool for buildings. There are several other video tutorials available on the WRAP website covering the suite of WRAP tools, including the Designing Out Waste tool for civil engineering projects, the Net Waste tool, the Waste to Landfill reporting portal, WRAP's Site Waste Management Plan template and Site Waste Management Plan tracker, procurement guidance, and finally an overview of WRAP tools and guidance.